Hey everybody, a few months ago I had to have surgery because of an abscess which led to some kind of blood poisoning. So, long story short, before I knew what had happened, I had a total of 12 doctors sticking their fingers up my... This came with two major advantages. One, they didn't need to split me open like a frog in 7th grade, and two, even though I was pretty sure before, after this experience I knew that being gay was about as much of an option for me as dating someone over the age of 28 would be for Leonardo DiCaprio. However, since most of you are probably not having 12 doctors at home who are willing to do some caving between your cheeks, I created a little test for you to find out if you are gay. So first, as a little warm-up, I'd like to know who was your last or is your current relationship with? Is it a man, a woman, no one, or something else? Well, if you said a man, you've, depending on your opinion on being gay, failed or passed this test because, well, if you're dating a man, you are gay. For the unlikely case you're watching this as a woman, send me a DM. And in terms of the test, since dating a man is gay and it's very important for me to promote gender equality on this channel, you are also likely gay, but I'll give you a pass for this one. If you said no one or something else, you're good to go. But if you said B, a woman, 60% of the word woman is literally man, which seems kind of risky to me, just saying. But since this was just the warm-up, I'll let it slide for now. Okay, so imagine you and the boys meet up at your place for some beers before a night out, and suddenly you feel something going up your leg. You look to your left and see your homie Gabriel sliding his hand up and down your thigh. What's your reaction? Do you slap his hand away, let him do his thing and awkwardly laugh it off, pull him closer and gently run your hand down his belly, or cancel the night out for a night in Gabriel? Now we all know that acting gay around the homies is the ultimate proof of straightness, so when someone doesn't go along with it, chances are his exit might also be an entry. Awkwardly laughing it off isn't an option either, because what are you being awkward about? Handling Gabriel's fake gayness should not be a problem unless you yourself have tasted the rainbow one too many times and cannot comprehend with this situation, which makes you gay. And since I highly doubt that there's any way in which a night in Gabriel could not be gay, if your answer was C, you passed this test and we'll get straight to the next level. After arriving at the bar and downing a couple of drinks, you guys meet some girls who are desperate enough to join your table. This one girl, Katie, starts to talk to you and wants to know a bit more about your hobbies, though you can tell that her interest has already started shifting. So, to make sure you can duo Q tonight, you think about 5 different hobbies to impress her, which are dancing, fencing, playing the saxophone, fishing, and hobby horsing. So what's your choice? Alright, I guess it's a no-brainer that blowing something for like 4 hours every day is gay. Fencing sounds like a solid choice at first. However, if you take a closer look at it, it's just 2 dudes in tight pants crossing swords, which also seems pretty gay. Fishing is a decent hobby, but have you ever seen a woman look at a picture of a man holding a 29-inch largemouth bass with a positive reaction? Or in other words, while the hobby itself is not, cock-blocking yourself is kinda gay. Which leaves us with hobby horsing and dancing. And because I think we can agree that you should have other concerns than being gay when you actively participate in hobby horsing, pick number A, aka dancing, is the correct option here. Impressed by your dancing skills, the two of you keep dancing until eventually there's nobody else left at the bar. You decide to bring her home and she invites you in for a coffee, which you kindly decline since then you won't be able to sleep tonight. However, after an enlightening explanation, you follow her around her recently repainted apartment and she jokingly challenges you to name the color in which the walls are painted. And only a correct answer will grant you access to the bedroom. So what is your answer? Is it amaranth, cayenne, red, or green? Now since you've come this far, I decided to be nice here and give you an easy finale. But if you pick green, yeah, bro, that's on you. You get kicked out, and like we learned in the previous test, cock-blocking yourself is gay. Now there might be some of you who saw the chat and were like, wait, that's cayenne. And yes, that is indeed cayenne. But the correct answer is not always the right one. I mean, come on. Not a single straight guy out there would call this something else than red. Thus, if you pick those two, you've basically just outed yourself to her. However, if you guessed red, congratulations. You're not only getting lucky tonight, but have also officially passed the test. So feel free to print out your certificate that is shown on the screen right now. Or this other one, in case KFC is now only your second favorite option for eating Either way, click here if you would also like to know if you're homophobic, let me know if you passed the test down below in the comments, and until next time remember to take care, in a bit.